All right, I'm doing the analysis and argument for our project, and our first step for Nike is learning from their experience. Nike is one of the most prolific names in our lives. It is a multinational corporation that requires a globalized production process. This is known as a materials economy. The Story of Stuff video goes into this process, which requires an extraction process, which is usually done on land in third world countries. Then it involves going through processing in factories in countries such as China and Vietnam, Nike's largest producers. This then lands a final product at our stores where we can buy it. While in the past, Nike's had issues, sweatshops in their producing countries such as China and Vietnam, they have definitely worked to make this fair. Nike's history has evolved into a proud legacy of a corporation that has responded to the great social dilemmas of our time. As citizens in a globalized world, our everyday choices affect others everywhere else. Now, why does this matter? To whom does Nike matter? Nike matters to their 70,000 employees in their stores. It matters to those that produce their products in factories across the world. And it matters to the hundreds of millions of sports fans all over that see that Nike swoosh on the jerseys and shoes of their favorite players. It matters to the children who idolize those players. Nike is a global presence. It's ingrained itself in our fashion, our culture, and our sports. In relation to global citizenship, what is Nike's role? Nike's history as a focal point for concern about sweatshops and child labor have changed the way consumers view the products they buy. Their strides in sustainability and commitment to fair labor have paved the way for other multinational companies to re-examine their manufacturing processes and how it affects the lives of citizens in a globalized world. Now we can see other companies, following Nike's footsteps. We see things that pop up such as fair trade, even in unrelated industries such as chocolate production and coffee production. How can we learn about ourselves through the Nike experience? Well, the concern that we showed when confronted with the prospect that our favorite products are created under unfair treatment is remarkable. We see a lot of things about human nature being selfish, greedy, but here we were able to stand together and work towards securing not only fair labor and sustainability, but accountability from corporations that we choose to give our money to. How can we learn about the world as consumers of Nike products? As global citizens, we must always be aware of how our actions affect others. Although we look at many corporations as evil, money-grubbing entities, they don't have to be that way. As consumers, we have the power to change the lives of others for the better. We can vote with our dollars, so to speak. We have the ability to curb exploitation of developing nations and their citizens across the world.